Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I am going to teach you guys how to make this beautiful outfit. Please stay tuned and watch till the end. Thank you. For the dress, I'll be using 3 yards of fabric. The length is by 60 here. I'll be drafting on the pattern paper first before we can cut it on the fabric. I've already marked out the basic bodies. So from the starting line, I have my armhole measurement is 8 inches. My bust line 10.5 inches. It's supposed to be 10 inches, but since I will be joining shoulder by half an inch, so I already added. I like adding my allowances here so that there will be no mistake. So I made it 10.5. So my under bust 13.5. So the half length, which is the half cut, is the 16 inches. So 16.5 is here. Then the other half length is supposed to be at the hip line, but it did not reach the hip line, so I made it 23 inches. So from the hip I came up by 2 inches. If you notice, it's not up to the hip line, so I made it 23 inches. It's supposed to be 25 and a half, but I made it 23 and a half. So I have already marked out my armhole curve here according to the one on the thumbnail. It doesn't have that, but since this one, for this person, the person wants a very deep back, so because of that we'll be making the front preset that, because she will put small pad on it. So after marking the basics, though the dress we are looking up to doesn't have that, but since she wants her own to be a preset that, let's just dive into it. So her bust span divided by 2, I have 3.5, so I'll be making it 4 inches. Span measurement is 7 inches divided by 2. I'll be adding half an inch here, so I'll be making it 4 inches. So the dart will stop at our half length, because we'll be cutting this half length. So the dart will stop at our half length. So bust span measurement divided by 2 is here. Bust span is nipple to nipple measurement, so this is our nipple to nipple measurement. Here is our bust line measurement. So from the bust line, I'll come down by half an inch. Then I'll also go up by half an inch. Then on the under bust, this side, I will mark half an inch this side. Then this side, I will be marking, you can use 2.5 inches or use 2 inches. It depends on the person's bust. So I will be using 1.5 inches here. So this side I use half an inch, this side I use 1.5 inches. So I will do the same thing to the waistline. I will do the same thing on the waistline. So the total dart here now is 2 inches. So I'll connect this way. From here, I will make a curve to connect it to this line. I will curve it and connect it to this line. Then I'll connect it again to this line. Then to connect this dart from here to here, so from here, from this our shoulder slope, I'll come down by 5 inches. So after coming down by 5 inches, on this side I will mark half an inch, on this side I will mark half an inch. I'll mark half an inch here and mark half an inch here. Then I'll connect them to this line. So this is it. Then you blend it. Just blend this curve very well. So touch this line. So here, we took half inch here and took half inch here. So it's 1 inch. This line now, we will now extend it by 1 inch, like this. So I will extend it this way by 1 inch. Then I'll recurve it. So after extending, we insert our bust measurement divided by 4 here. So here is my bust measurement divided by 4. So I'll be using 2.5 inches allowance. So I added 2.5 inches allowance here. So from there now, we will now cut this one out. So this one now is our
new armhole. On the underbust, I'll be inserting my underbust measurement. So I have 32 inches divided by 4. Underbust measurement, 32 inches divided by 4. So I'll be adding 8 inches here. I'll mark 8 inches. I'll measure the dart I have here. Then I'll insert it. So my allowance I'll be adding here is, I use 2.5 inches. So here is my allowance. Our waist measurement divided by 4. I will insert it. Then measure the dart I have here. The dart intake I have here. Then our 2.5 inches allowance here. So I'll connect it this way. So for the neckline, I'll be using the width of 3 inches for the neckline, or 3.5. Let me use 3.5 for the neckline. Then for the deepness of the neckline, I'll be using 4 inches. Then I'll connect it. So I'll cut out this one first before we can continue. So let me cut out this one. So to continue with the down part, so here is our 16.5 inches half length. So since it will not have that, I will mark our waist divided by 4. I will mark it here. So here is our waist measurement divided by 4. So since the dart will not extend to this place, I will now put our stitching allowance, which is 2.5 inches. That's what we used. Then on this down hip line, I will be using my upper hip measurement divided by 4. So I'll mark it and then mark the 2.5 inches for stitching allowance. So I'll connect it to the waistline. Then after connecting it, I will measure 4.5 inches here. I'll mark 4.5 inches here. Then from there, I will come down by 2.5 inches. So from the 4.5 inches, I come down by 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches. After coming down by 2.5 inches here, I'll just make a line like this. I'll just make a mark so that we know what we are doing. Then I'll cut this one off out. Then I'll open it up. I will open it up this way. Open it up. So here is the center. Here is the center of the fabric. Here is the center. So this one is the center. So let me just mark out. I'm marking out the center. Here is the center of our dress that we marked. So I now measured 4.5 inches. 4.5 inches. You can use 4 inches. I now measured 4.5 inches. Or you can use the dart line to make it. It will still come out well. So but I want to use this 4.5 inches to mark it out. So after marking it out, we'll now make a curve from here. We'll make a curve like this to come to this side. So at this center of the fabric, I'll be coming down by 5 inches. I'll come down by 5 inches. Then from there, I'll follow this mark. Then on this 2.5 inches I came down with here, I'll put my curve and join this one. Okay, curve this way and join it like this. Then I make another curve this way. So this is where the gathers will be. So when I fold it down, I fold it. Here is our center. It will be like this. So here is how what we cut. So the gathers now will start here. So this one is the second half length. The first half length. This is the second half length. So we'll now make a gather here. So the length of our dress is 48 inches. So note the length of the gathers we'll be using. We'll measure here. From here and stop at this place. So from the shoulder to this place is 19 inches. Our dress is 48 inches. So from shoulder to this place is 19 inches. So let's, here now is our second half cut. So it's 19 inches. So 48 inches our dress length minus 19 inches. So we'll be 29 inches plus the folding allowance. So we'll be having 30 inches there. So let's cut the back. So for the back piece, I'm using lining to draft it. Already put down the basic measurements. So here is our zipper allowance. I made it. Also marked the length of 23.5 inches we used at the front piece. 16.5 inches half length is here. So let me just extend this waistline like this. So here is it. So I have our shoulder slope, our armhole 8 inches, our bust line, our waistline, the first half cut and the second half cut here, which is 23.5 inches. So on the armhole line, I will be inserting my bust measurement divided by 4, mark it. Then the 2.5 inches allowance, stitching allowance that I added, so I will mark it. So at our waistline, I'll be marking the waist measurement divided by 4 here. Then the 2.5 inches allowance here. Then I'll connect. So this is our zipper allowance, which is 1.5 inches. On this tip, I'll mark half an inch inward. So this is the half an inch. So I'll just slant it to this place. Then I'll slant it to down to the down. It's just to remove the zip bunch. So on this waistline again, I'll come up by half an inch here. Then I'll slant it to join this place. I'll now slant it to join this place. So this half an inch I remove here. I have to replace it here. The half an inch, I'll replace it here. So I have to replace it this way. I have to replace it like this. So for the dart, I'll be using that here. So for the dart will start from this line. So the dart at the back will be 4 inches. So 4 inches here, 4 inches here for the dart. Then half an inch on the both side. Then I'll connect it this way. I'll first of all draw a line. Then I'll connect. So for the back neckline, our width is still 3.5 inches width. So the back, the deepness of the back will be 9.5 inches. 9.5 is a very deep back, so I'll be using 9.5 inches. Then I'll make a curve and connect. So I'll cut it off before we can finish up the hip area. So this remains our waistline. So I'll mark our waist measurement divided by 4. Here is it, and the 2.5 inches here. The dart will not reach here. So here is it. For the hip measurement divided by 4. Here. Then the 2.5 inches allowance here. Then I'll connect the center back. From the center back, I'll come up by 1.5 inches this way. 1.5 inches. Then I'll still slant it, curve it a bit to the. I'll curve it out like this. So after that, I'll cut. So the gathers will now pass here. So I'm finished. I'm through with the cutting. I have finished cutting everything on the fabric. I also cut lining for them. So here is the upper part, the pieces that we cut. So I put a small pad on it, on them. I put a small pad. Please, when putting this pad, make sure you put it on the lining. It depends on the fabric. If you are using Ankara, you can put it on the main fabric. But if you are using this kind of material I'm using, that's crepe material, then you put it on the lining, please. So here is the lining. where is the down part, the lining of it. So let's face the front for now. I will go over to the machine now to join the to stitch the princess dart. So let me set the down part aside. I will go over to the machine and join the princess dart. Please, while joining, start from the down. Start from the down and join it here. Then after joining this side, I will now join the other side. Please always start from the down part to join it. I will join it separately, then and join the lining separately. So I'm through with the stitching of the princess dart. As it, I also did the lining, the same thing. Here is the lining. So the next thing to do is to attack this one, the down part on it first, before we can turn it with the lining. So I'll go over to the machine and attack this one. Just knot the center. Then I knot the center of this one. Then we can now face it. Right side facing each other. I'll face it from the center. I'll stitch it from the center to this place, from the center to this line. Then I will do the same thing to the lining. So after joining, this is what we got. So before closing it up with the lining, there's one cape, something like pocket cover at the top of this place. So for the cape, I'll make it 4 inches width. Now let me make it 5 inches because I will stick the sides. So I'll make it 5 inches width. Then the length, so I'll make the length 3.5 because I will stitch it. So I cut it into 4. I'll use one. I will stitch it like this. I'll stitch this way, stitch, and bring it out from this place. Then I'll stitch this one and bring it out from this place. So after stitching and everything, then the width is now 4 inches width. Then the length is 2.5. The length is 2.5. The width is 4 inches. So the 2.5, I will use half to face it. It will remain 2 inches. So I will use half to face it. It will remain 2 inches. So like I said, I added a stay inside. So I'll bring this one and mark from the shoulder line. I'll mark 8 inches. So I will be using half to join it. So what I will mark now is 8.5. Facing it here, then I'll face the other one like this. So I have finished attaching it here. The next thing we're going to do now is to face the lining. So right side facing each other. I'll face it this way. And pin it down. Make sure this place is matching because this is the most important place. This down part. This down part, we'll use this one to stitch it. So see what I'll stitch. I'll stitch the down part, stitch the sides, then use it to stitch the neckline. I'll bring it out from the armhole. We set this aside and go over to the back piece. So here is the back piece. Remember, the second half length doesn't have that. Only the upper side has that. So what we do now is we take our dart, just a small dart. We take our dart here, take it on the lining separately, take it on the fabric separately. So then after taking it separately, you join the down part to the lining separately, join the down part of this one to the fabric separately. So let's go over and do it. So here is the back piece. Like I said, we've already stitched the darts with darts on it, then join the second half length to it. So I have to use this lining now, stitch it. So for this lining, here is our neckline. I'll turn the neckline, stitch the down part, the sides, and do the same thing to this one. After turning the back piece with lining, So it's time to join them together. Here is the center part. So I have to put them together and insert zipper here. So to insert zipper here, from the down part, I'll measure half an inch or 0.75. I'll come up by 0.75. We used 1.5 inch for zipper allowance. So we have used the half an inch to stitch the side. So the remaining one is 1 inch. So I'll mark 1 inch here and stitch. From the side, I'll go in by 1 inch and stitch here. So I'll stitch from the down part and stop at 0.75 full marked. So let me stitch it, then I'll insert zipper here. Or you can just choose to close it up. If you're not sure where your zipper will stop, you can choose to close it up. Then after joining, you can choose to close it up with a loose stitch. Then after joining the gathers at the down part, then you measure your zipper and insert it. Then after inserting my zipper, I'll fix the shoulders. I'll join the shoulder, front and back shoulders together, and then mark out my measurements, my side on the side. So let me go to the machine and do all that. After fixing the shoulder, I have to mark out my measurement to stitch the sides. Then we can now fix our gathers. I've already stitched it, join the sides together. So I'll measure from here, from one side, or just measure from the back. I'll turn it over to the back and measure from the center back. Then I'll go over to the back again and meet to the center back. So what I have here is 47 inches. So after measuring everything round the back and come over to the front and measure it and go up to this curve, then go down again and measure it round. So what I have here is 47 inches. So I'll make a gather. So here is the down part. So I have already make a gather here. I've already made the gather here. So I'll make the gather to be 47 inches. Then after that, I will join it so it will be round as well. So this joining will be at the back. Then I will join it now. So here is our half an inch. So here is the upper part. So the half an inch I used on the zipper side. I came up by half an inch on the zipper side to stitch it before I joined the zipper. So I will just fix it like this. Here is the center down of our gathers. So I will fix it on top like this. So I'll fix it on top with the half an inch. So I'll just fix it on top like this. It will be on top. I'll fix it round over to the front.
After fixing the gathers, I have to fix the sleeve. Please, for the cutting of the sleeve, I posted the video last time. Check the last video, is there. Thank you all guys for watching. I love you all. Please subscribe, share and comment. Bye.